Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video. Today, if you're new here, hello, and I hope you enjoy watching my videos. Today's video, we're going to film a first impressions and review of the E.L.F Cosmetics new Cookies and Dreams collection. I am not a fan of sweet things. However, I am a massive fan of E.L.F Cosmetics, like massive fan. I love everything E.L.F Cosmetics do. They're just an affordable, good high street brand, and I'm super excited to try this. I have got a range of products. I couldn't pick up the masks because they were sold out. But I did get the eyeshadow palette, the primer. I've got a couple of lip products, including the lip exfoliator, and I have got some eye products. I have also got the beauty sponge as well, which I will go in and use. But I'm super excited to try this because, like I just said, I love anything E.L.F, and this is like a really interesting collection. So I thought I'm actually going to go in and try this. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go in with the lip exfoliator first. This is in the Cookie Crumble lip exfoliator. So I'm just going to take this. Oh my God, I love when a product is fresh. Like, oh, it's so nice. It's not super sweet. First impressions, it's not sweet. It's kind of like a creamy shea butter like smell to it. So it kind of smells moisturizing rather than overly sweet. So I'm going to go in and apply. Already I can feel that it's more moisturizing than kind of exfoliating. I feel like I have to get it on a few times. Okay, now I can feel it. I'm going to leave that on for a second and give that a little whirl. I'm really gutted I couldn't get the mask because that's the one thing I wanted to try. So I'm gonna have to try again in a different retailer. That first impressions is not very sweet. I like it though. It feels really soft on my skin. My lips feel really kind of soft and nice. I'm still unsure whether I prefer the coconut and brown sugar, which is my favorite. The coconut is just summer in a lip exfoliator. It smells so good. It's so nice on my lips and I really feel like it's working. This feels a little bit soft, like it feels a little bit more moisturizing than exfoliating. Even though it's got the exfoliator beads in, it feels really moisturizing at the same time. So that's like my first impressions. I am going to go and prep my face with some of the Speed Plump cream that I like using. So I'm just going to go in and prep my face and let that dry before I go in with the primer. So now that I have prepped my skin and exfoliated my lips feel really good, by the way. I'm going to go in with the Just the Cream Putty Primer, which if you watch my videos, you know, or if you follow me on Instagram, you know the Putty Primer is one of my favorite primers to use. So I guess it's just like another version of that. It's not sweet. It's really not, it's really not as sweet as I thought it was going to be. It's definitely creamy. It feels a little bit creamier actually than the actual, I can smell it now actually. I don't hate it. I don't hate the smell of it. It feels a little bit creamier than the normal E.L.F Putty Primer. It feels a little bit more like the Moisture Putty Primer, but I like this. I don't really hate it. I would definitely use this. It doesn't have a sweet smell to it, but it's definitely got like a food-y sweet kind of fragrance, but it's not overly sweet, if that makes sense. But it feels really nice on my skin. At my skin, it feels super soft, just as it does when I always use the Putty Primer anyway. I'm just gonna add a little bit more onto my cheeks here. And it kind of gives it a nice glow. And one of the best things I like about this primer is that I can apply it with my hands or a brush, and I use both. It just depends on kind of like the day. So I am going to go in and do my eyes first, but first I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I'm just going to do those off camera. My eyebrows definitely need a trim here, but we're going to go in and use the E.L.F Cookies and Dreams eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to take kind of like the neutral shades first, just to use them as transition colors before we kind of maybe go in with the darks and the blues. I feel like adding a bit of blue, and I never use blue. So I'm just going to take a little bit of, they don't really have names on them, but I'm just going to take a mix of these, I think, and just kind of, I think I'm going to go in with this one actually, because I've just noticed this one's actually got a shimmer. So I'm going to use the matte colours first to really add kind kind of definition. It feels a little bit light as a transition colour for my skin tone actually. Don't know if you can see. It feels like actually a primer for my eyelid rather than a transition colour. So I think a little bit light for me, but it's kind of added some texture down so we can work with it. But yeah, my first impression is that it's a little bit light. So what I think I'm going to do actually is I think I'm going to go in with, let's try this. I'm going to go in with the Cookies and Cream No Budge eyeshadow. Basically, this is in the brown shade. So I think I'm just going to apply some at the end. Oh, this is super creamy. Super, super creamy. I like this. And I'm just going to basically apply it really roughly, like no real kind of positioning, just really roughly on the edge of my eyes. And I'm basically just going to blend it. This is super, super creamy. This is so nice. I'm just going to take a blending brush and I'm basically just going to press that product in, but blend it out as well. It blends really nicely as well. It's definitely a product that you can kind of layer up. I think it's really good actually to do a smoked out liner kind of look when you don't really want to wear liquid eyeliner and you kind of go in with shadow. These are really good. Okay, so we've just added a little bit of kind of definition around. And what I'm going to do is using the same brush, I'm going to take this brown shade here and I'm just going to pat that on to the edge of my eyes to kind of set that colour and just kind of evenly blend it out. I'm just doing a really simple, easy look actually, because first impressions, I feel like the matte shades on this aren't as pigmented as like some of their other eyeshadow palettes. I feel like some of their other eyeshadow palettes are a little bit more pigmented, but I do have to say I actually really like that dark brown. My eyes look super dark, but we're obviously going to brighten them up anyway. I think I want to go in with a light blue just to kind of match my top rather than the dark blue. So I'm just going to take a brush. I think the blue No Budge shadow stick would have been really good to kind of do my corners, but I'm going to try this matte. And now, like, I know the mattes weren't that great, but this one seems a little bit more pigmented. So I'm just going to press that onto, see already the blue is way better than the neutrals. I think the neutrals was just too light for me. So I'm just going to go in and press that down onto my lid before I kind of blend it out. I actually really like this shade. I never wear blue, but I kind of like the coldness of it. It's a little bit Elsa vibes. I'm into it. I actually really like the blue. And I'm just going to go back in with this blending brush, pick up some of the brown again, and I'm just going to kind of blend those colours together here. I feel that my eyeshadow looks a little bit flat, just purely because I've used all of the matte colours. So I feel like I do want to go in with a little bit of shimmer, which I feel like I'm just going to add that texture back in with my finger. But oh my God, I really like this blue. So I'm going to go in, and it's a nice like icy blue shimmer, but it's also kind of like opulent, if that's the word, where it's got like undertones of different shades to it. So I'm actually just going to pick that up on my finger, and it is really, really nice. See what I mean? How it kind of is icy blue, but it's got like purple hints to it as well. That comes up really, really nice on the skin. So I'm excited to see what that looks like on the eyes. So I'm just going to pick up some product and place it on my eyelids. Oh, I like this. Oh my God, I like. I feel like I need to use my pinky instead. This is so nice. Oh my God, is this doing too much? I feel like it's doing too much, but I'm obsessed with it. I'm actually just going to blend it back out using the flat brush again. I didn't buy the brush set from them purely because I just feel like I have a lot of brushes, and there wasn't any brushes in there that I kind of didn't already have covered off. So I didn't buy them on purpose, but there was a few products that I wanted to try, like the other lip shades and also the blue No Budge stick, which they were sold out, and the mask was definitely one. So I'm definitely going to pick up the mask. Again, I'm just going to apply the same on the other eye. Okay, so I love the blue. It's something different. I'm just going to pick up that darker brown shade again, and I'm literally just going to take it in to blend it all together and kind of like above my crease as well, just to kind of shape that out a little bit. I'm really, really liking the blue. Something really different, like I never do it. So nice. Why have I never done this before? Do not know. What do you guys think of the blue so far? Do we like it? I feel like I'm not finished. I feel like, I mean, I would love it to use the dark, but I feel like it might be too much and I feel like I'm gonna spoil it. But okay, so I've actually just picked up some of this dark blue shade, which is stunning. Let's see if you can just see it here, like how stunning is that color. I'm just gonna pick up some of that product, and same as this eye, I'm just gonna basically apply it right into the transition section of the blue and the brown, and I'm basically just going to blend it out before I go back in with a little bit of the blending colour. I've noticed I really shrug my shoulders a lot. I kind of like sit like this. I have really bad posture. So I've just gone in with a little bit of that darker blue, which honestly is stunning in itself. I'm going to pick up some of the brown transition colour, shake any excess off, and I'm basically just going to blend that together in the corner so there's less harsh lines. Why do I never do blue? Why? Okay, I feel like I would use that palette again. My eyes feel really dark at the moment because I just need to clean them up. One thing to notice that I have noticed is that you get a lot of fallout from the product. I feel like because it's not as pigmented, you kind of have to layer it on, and it kind of just has a lot of fallout here, which I'm gonna neaten up my under eyes obviously as I put makeup on. As I do my base. After my base is done, I'll go in and sort my under eyes out and brighten those up, and obviously just remove the fallout. I'm just gonna take a little bit of a damp tissue now just to kind of wipe it away. I mean, I don't know if you can see, but like all this fallout here and kind of like here, there's a lot of it, which probably is not my favorite thing, so I'm kind of glad I did not do my base first. Yeah, so I think we're going to go in and do the base just because I've obviously wiped a lot away. I'm just going to go in with the primer again and just apply that to kind of where I've wiped away. Let that sit for kind of 30 seconds. Okay, so I'm actually just going to take the white No Budge stick as well. I don't know why, but I automatically just want to go like that, but they're just crayons that you can kind of like screw on. I'm going to take the white and I'm literally just going to use that to highlight my eye a bit and press that in. Just to add some brightness back to my face, just to brighten up the inner corners of my eye. And I'm basically going to take the white shade right here to kind of set that. I guess I could use this one, which is a little bit of a shimmer. So I think I'm just going to take both and apply them to the inner corners of my eyes, basically just to brighten up my eyes. Do my base, I'm gonna actually use the Cookies and Dreams single face sponge, and it's called the single scoop face sponge because it's actually really cute. Let me show you. It comes in like a little cone, which is adorable. The shape of it is a beauty blender shape, so it kind of fits in like that. I mean, I wouldn't keep that, but very cute packaging. Also, this is so soft. Oh my god, I absolutely love how soft that is. First impressions, this is probably one of my favorite products I've used so far from this range. Honestly amazing. And the funny thing is I actually bought two purely because I needed new sponges anyway, and I'm so glad I did because oh, that feels amazing. Really like that. I'm actually just going to dampen my sponge with my setting spray. I'm actually going to go in now and I'm just going to use the E.L.F CC cream, I think, to sit on as my face base, just to kind of help with the whole E.L.F look. I'm actually going to go in with a brush and apply this first though, just so I can kind of blend it out a little bit more. If you haven't seen already, I have done a full review on this E.L.F CC Camo Cream, and I'll put the link right here where you can see my full review and wear test of this CC cream. Just to finish off my under eyes, I'm going to go in and use the E.L.F Camo Concealer, and I'm using that in the shade Medium Beige, and I'm just going to take that and apply that to my high points here and to apply coverage. I absolutely love this. I also love the hydrating one. I'm definitely running out, so I will be picking up the hydrating one next. So I'm gonna let that sit for 30 seconds before I go in and blend it out. Okay, it's been a minute, so I'm just gonna go in use this beauty blender. Oh, honestly, this is so nice. This is definitely my favorite thing from the range. I've not actually used any other of E.L.F's sponges, so I'm actually really intrigued to just try another one and see if it's exactly the same. I'm just going to go in and press that all into my skin. I honestly love the coverage this concealer gives. It is, if not better, it is just as good as some of the high-end kind of ones, such as the Tarte Cosmetics and kind of this one. I actually find the Tarte Cosmetics can be a little bit drying sometimes, whereas this is not drying at all. It sits really nice on my skin and the shade range is not too bad. While my face sets, I'm just going to go and put some eyelashes on, and then I'm going to be back, do the lip products, and I will talk about my reviews for this range. Okay, so I finished my look apart from my lips offline. I've gone in with the black no smudge just at the edge of my eye and really like smudge that in just to kind of emphasize the edges of my eyes. I've also used the white no budge Cookies and Dreams eyeshadow stick, and I've literally just lined my waterline with it. It's super creamy. It doesn't need sharpening, which is great because it's like a twisty kind of applicator. And honestly, it went on really nice. I actually want a little bit better than pencil. I usually tend to use cream rather than white, but I just thought it needed a little bit more brightening. Definitely need something on my lips. So I have applied a lip liner. I've used the exfoliator, and I'm going to go in with the Cookies and Dreams lip gloss in the shade Brain Freeze, which is kind of like the blue shade, which I'm quite intrigued to see how this looks. Applicator is a flat applicator, which is great. I like that. Ooh. Okay, it feels kind of like, oh, sugar. I've got colour on it. It's got like a sweet-ish smell to it, but just like any other lip gloss, it doesn't feel like it's truly like really sweet or vanilla-y. And I don't know if you can see, but there's no blue tint to it. It's got kind of like an opulent shade. Is it a lip plumping? No, it's just a lip gloss. Okay, so I know I don't have the full face of makeup, as we can see. As I was editing the video, I deleted and permanently deleted the last part of my video, basically telling you my final review on all the products and whether you should buy them or not. So here I am the next day. I put the blue top on so we know it's the same video, but I'm just going to give you the final review and kind of thought on the products because I lost it. So we're going to go firstly into the palette. Like I've said in the video, the colours weren't as pigmented on the lighter shades and kind of like the matte shades as I thought. Do I think you could do without this? Yes, I do. I do, however, love the blue shade and that icy blue shimmer. They came up really nice on the skin, but in terms of just the mattes and those kind of neutral shades, I feel like we could give it a miss. The next eye products are these Cookies and Dreams No Budge eyeshadow sticks. So like I said in the video, I've got the white, the brown and the black, and I absolutely love these. They are so creamy, so nice. They went on really well. They smudge out really nice, A, with your fingers and B, with a brush. So I did really like them. And I think I said it in the video, I would definitely go and buy more E.L.F. No Budge eyeshadow sticks in the different shades. Like I feel like when I looked at them online, the neutrals were a little bit too light, but there's a few in there that I feel like would be really good. Kind of just like everyday to use. They're so super easy. You can literally just swipe them off, give them a little tap, and honestly, it's you've done the minimum, but with the most. You know what? I thought this was shimmery in the video yesterday, and there's actually shimmer in that. So I've just applied, I'm just swatching. So I've just swatched the three colours that I have, the black, the brown and the white. Honestly, they're creamy. The brown and the black actually do have speckles of glitter in, so that's actually quite nice, but you can't see it when you're looking at it. It's kind of when you have to get like really close up, and I don't think the camera's going to catch it. And for, I think they're like £5. I think that's really reasonable because they're really good quality and really, really nice. My other product I used is the Cookies and Dreams Putty Primer. Honestly, I just love the E.L.F. Pore Putty Primer. It is my favourite primer. It's high street, it's affordable, It's good quality and it does what it says on the tin, and I really, really like it. I love the consistency. I love the fact that you can apply it with your hands, a brush, a sponge. I just love it. This is nice. It wasn't too sweet. It's nice it wasn't too sweet, but it did have a sweet scent to it, but it wasn't like overly chocolatey or overly desserty. So I did really like that, and I will be using that again. And I just love the packaging. Like the fact that it's in like a little Oreo is so cute. Next is the Cookies and Dreams Cookie Crumble Lip Exfoliator. I said it in the video, it feels more like a moisturizer than a lip exfoliator. But now that I'm further down in it, I can definitely feel the exfoliation. But for me, I feel like I prefer the coconut or the brown sugar lip exfoliator from E.L.F. But I don't regret buying this because I will use it and it's really nice. And I just think you can't go wrong with the lip exfoliator. Again, I think it's £5 or £4 even. And I just think that's so good for a lip exfoliator. It does the job. It does what it says on the tin. Really reasonable price. And honestly, the sweetness is not too bad. It's quite nice. I've literally just put it on. And then my Cookies and Dreams lip gloss I bought that in the blue shade, which in all honesty is the clear. So it doesn't come out blue. There's no tint of blue to it. You can literally see where I've had my lip liner in it as well. But it's basically a clear gloss. Do I think it's worth getting the blue? Not so much. I love it like aesthetically. I think it looks really pretty. But because it comes out as a clear, I just feel like there's other lip glosses that do the job. I did find it a little bit sticky as well. So the longer I had it on, I just felt like my hair was getting caught. Like it just felt like really sticky on the lips over creamy and nice. So I'm a bit of a miss on that. Hit or miss. And I'd say give that a miss as well. Now, for my favourite product is the E.L.F. Cone Sponge. Honestly, I loved it. So I obviously got the one I used here, and I did buy a second one, and I'm probably going to go back and buy another one because so soft. I actually used this yesterday and I wet it so that I could see how much it soaked up, and honestly, it was so nice when it was wet as well. It grew in size to about here. It's just really nice. It applied my makeup so nice, so soft, and honestly my base was flawless. I tried it yesterday with a lightwear foundation and it did the same. So I absolutely love this. In my opinion, this is probably the best thing in the range. And if you are not going to get anything from the range, A, my advice would be to get this sponge, and B, my advice would be to get a No Budge eyeshadow stick. So these would be my two favourites, number 1 and number 2. And yeah, I hope you like this video. I know the ending is a little bit different because I lost my work. But I hope you like this video, and if you liked it, let me know in the comments what you think. Have you tried this range? Do you think it's too sweet? Let me know your thoughts. If there's any other E.L.F. cosmetic products you want me to try, let me know as well, because I love the brand and I'm happy to spend my money on the brand and actually try their products. And I'll see you on the next video.